Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am going to start trying to film my training sessions with Jewell for you guys. She's an more advanced horse. We're in the advanced series doing the groundwork exercises. We've been through the fundamentals, the intermediate, now we're in the advanced. So I hope that you enjoy this third series that I will be filming and taking you along with me to train Jewell. She is an AQHA registered quarter horse. Some people may think she's a pony, but she's not a pony. She is, 14 hands, maybe even shorter, but that doesn't mean she's a pony. I know the pony cutoff is 14.2, and then you're considered a pony, but if you're registered with the AQHA, then you're not considered a pony. She has papers saying that she's an American quarter horse from the American Quarter Horse Association. Just making that clear for people that think she's a pony and want to use that to try to hurt me. So, anywho, someone has actually tried to hurt me by doing that. That's why I did that whole spiel. So anywho, let's see how it goes. I didn't forget the bridle this time. Instead of leading your horses places, I like to drive them places. This is actually called the C pattern. Alright, now that we're in position, I'm going to desensitize her. It's just that when you lead a horse somewhere, they don't really learn much. But when you drive a horse somewhere, or you back a horse somewhere, they learn a lot. Good. I'm just going to breeze through the simple desensitizing exercises, and I'm going to show you guys some different desensitizing exercises that you could do when you get further down the line in the fundamentals series. Here's okay. All right. Just breezing through the lead rope unless she flinches, and I'll have to stay there until she doesn't flinch. Like there, she didn't flinch. Do it again. There, she didn't flinch. Move on. Good girl. Back leg. Front leg. Pitch the rope all over. Alright. But this is one that I didn't do for you guys yesterday. It's called the helicopter. So you start. You just want to keep a hand on your horse so that she knows where you are at all times. Horses have two blind spots directly behind them, like right here, and directly in front of their nose. So this exercise really helps a horse get used to things moving and making noises above them. Good girl. Good girl. She lowered her head. And you want to walk all the way around. There. Good job. And what you do on one side, you do on the other. She's kind of flinching, throwing her head up and stuff, but the important part is that she's not really using the reactive side of her braid. She's keeping her feet still, and she's handling it well. Yeah. So there's another sort of desensitizing. Here's another one for you. Just take the lead rope and swing it up and over her head. This really helps horses with head shyness issues and stuff. You could tell it doesn't bother her. There we go. My aim's not that great. There we go. Just pick this rock up out of the arena here. There we go. Good girl. She's just waiting for mama. Yeah, here's a good girl. Alright. Make sure the saddle is tight enough for jumping. There. Because we're going to work on jumping and crossing over obstacles. So first I'm going to warm her legs up and do lunging first. So I showed you guys lunging for respect stage 1 last time. I want to show you guys lunging for respect stage 2. This is also a fundamentals exercise. So what you do is you flip your palm up. That's the first step. You put the lead rope between your pointer and your middle finger and your thumb. So you flip your palm up. You put your stick in your hand, and it just holds the last 3 fingers on your hand. Holds the stick. You slide down the rope. You step in front, and you point. And it's a stop and go kind of exercise. So palm up, stick in hand, slide, step. So with her, she's more refined. I'll put my stick in my hand. I'll slide my hand down the rope, but then instead of stepping, I'm just going to lean down. She wasn't great on that one, so let's try it again. Stick in hand. See how she anticipates when I put the stick in my hand? So I'm just going to practice taking the stick in and out of my hand. So she doesn't anticipate it anymore. See there? Anticipation. Stick in hand. Slide, step, yield. And this will get a lot of the fire out of your horse before you get on. This is a great way to get the air out of them and get them using the thinking side of their brain before you like go on a trail ride or something. Slides. There, that was a really good one. So, ooh, that's a big rock. Gotta get rid of that. We're going to switch off to doing some lunging, but just to warm her feet up. Instead of having her jump the obstacle, I'm just going to have her go through the obstacle. So I'm doing 2 things. I'm desensitizing her to the obstacle, and I'm getting her limbs warmed up for when we do jump it. Doesn't seem too worried about the obstacle, so I'm not going to take the time to do the sending exercise on all 3 sides of the obstacle. She knows what it is. You know, she knows we jump. Good girl. So this is lunging for respect stage 1. So you slide and you yield. When you slide, stab, step on their tail and yield. But with her, I don't even really have to slide. I just look at her hindquarters and she yields them. So get her nice and warmed up. Yield. Good girl. Point. That was a lazy departure, so I'm gonna get after her just a little bit. a little bit more pressure. She's kind of sensitive, so I don't have to put a lot of pressure on her. Yield. Let's check her departure again. That was pretty lazy departure. Yield. There. Let her know that I mean business just by adding more energy in my body. Point with energy. There. That's what I'm looking for. She wants to canter. I don't care as long as she's not, pulling on the lead rope. I think she's ready to jump, you guys. Yeah. Bring her on in. Ooh, good girl. All right. It would be a lot better if I had plastic barrels. I had a set, but when I was practicing barrel racing, but I lost them. They're gone. All right. So we'll go to the left first. Point. She's ready. Yeah. Good jump, honey. She can trot if she wants. She doesn't have to canter. I just want to wind her feet up before she gets to the jump. Like right here. Let her be. Good. Yield. Send her the other way. Good. She's jumping a lot better today. Once we can get this exercise pretty good, we can move on to the next advanced exercise. That was awesome. Good girl. That's all I'm going to do with her because I don't want to get her too tired, so I'm going to ride her too. Good job. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah. I think we can move on to the next advanced groundwork exercise, actually. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head. I'm just learning the advanced series. But just don't forget, every time you do a sensitizing exercise, you need to desensitize them afterwards. Or else they will get jumpy and spooky. Won't ya? Yeah. I know you're a good girl. Good girl. I got stuck on her boots. Okay, there. And she is wearing protective gear. She has the classic equine Legacy 2 boots on her, fronts and backs. Good girl. Other side. Yeah. This horse anticipates a lot. She just anticipated me switching sides on her, only because I was flinging the lead rope out behind me, so it's out of the way. She anticipates a lot. I really have to keep up on her with that. It's a great sign, it just means she's super smart. So if your horse anticipates, don't get after him for it. Don't punish him for it. It's just a sign that they're really super smart, and just you can be like, no, that's not what I asked. Can you please go this way instead? Just do the opposite of what your horse wants to do. And you'll be in good shape. All right, almost ready to ride. I got my desensitizing done. I got her jumping good. I'm going to put the barrels away. You see how calm she is about stuff like this. That's what all the desensitizing will do for your horse. I started doing the jumping over these, not that long ago. And already she's pretty sensitive. Yeah. Already she's pretty desensitized to it. So that's great. And look at that pretty girl ground tying so good. He's so good. Yeah. Alright. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to work on today with riding, but at this level, you just kind of work at what the horse needs that day. So I have a lot of exercises that I can use to help with what she needs on a certain day. I definitely want to work on getting her the correct lead going to the right, because I always want to encourage that. And then, hopefully when we go further down in the advanced level, she'll have an easier time, because I'm going to be learning flying lead changes and stuff like that. But she needs to know how to do all that. So definitely need to get her changing leads better. Or not changing leads. Definitely need to get her lead departure better. So I definitely want to work on that. But the very first thing I do when I mount is work on lateral flexion. It's called flexing at a standstill, and it is the fundamentals exercise. But it's something that you'll never stop doing. One thing that I always want to make sure of before I mount is if the saddle is good and tight. Yeah, can't go any tighter. All right, good. Good. Safety first. Look at my Makati. A little bit longer than the rein. Out there. Wrap it, do half hitches around the horn until the end of the Makati is about level with her knee. Right there. Okay. Mount up. Good girl. So if you always do lateral flexion before you go anywhere, your horse is going to stand still when you mount. Your horse is going to stand still after you mount. They're not going to be in a hurry to go anywhere because they know what comes next. They're very smart that way. They anticipate. So they know that they're going to do some lateral flexion. So they won't be in a hurry to walk off, but they will be in a hurry to stand still and do some lateral flexion. Girl. Good. I like that. I like how her pole is staying lower than the saddle horn. So I don't feel like I need to do down and around. But down and around, like I showed you guys before, was just vertical flexion, lateral flexion, vertical flexion, lateral flexion. Okay, that's good. Here's a little girl. Yeah. And also, when you do lateral flexion, you don't want them to snap their head back right away. You want that kind of reaction. You want them to keep their head there until you ask them to bring their head back this way. So I work on that with her because she gets ahead of herself. Girl, just take your time. Rub on her while she's here. Yeah, very good. All right, now we can walk off. She wants to go this way, so we'll go this way. We are actually steering. You are the driver. Don't let them drive. So the first thing I want to make sure is that my horse is light and soft and supple to my cues. So a good warm-up exercise you can do is just bending at the walk. Very good. She's got her nose bent towards my toe with slack in the rein, so I'm not keeping her nose there. She's keeping it there herself. And there, she took it away, so I'll bring it back. There. Keep it there herself. All right, test the other way. And you want to do a minimum of 3 circles, maximum of 6 circles. But if you have a really tough horse, you can do more than 6 circles if you need to. Just, let them go out on a straight line when they're nice and relaxed and have forward motion, and you don't have to constantly pull to your hip to keep their nose there. I think that was 2 circles. Good girl. There. All right. Now, another cool exercise that you could do is with the lateral bending. Remember, everybody, lateral flexion leads to vertical flexion. There. Another cool exercise you could do is for like a warm-up. Really good exercise to do before you go show. Really get your horse listening to you is called, I don't want to lose my microphone. Called serpentines. You start at the trot. You do this exercise at the trot. So it's the same suppling, so you use inside leg, inside rein, and then you just kind of bend her all around the arena. Wait till she's soft and let her go out straight again. If she's not soft in her face, then if you ride with spurs, you can roll your spur up her belly. So horses don't have hard mouths. You hear how people say, my horse has a hard mouth. Keep her in the trot. They don't have hard mouths. They have hard, stiff bodies. If you get the body loosened up and soft and supple, then the mouth will feel like velvet. You can tell she needs to work on this. I'm just going to play around with it. Oh, that was really nice. I'm going to let her walk because let her know that was a really nice one. And when you ride your horse, another good tip is that don't be all stiff and proper all the time. Ride, like Clinton says, ride like you've been drinking all day. Really move around on these horses. Slap them in the neck. Slap them in the butt. Yeehaw! Like get them city slicker broke. All right, we'll try the serpentines again. Inside leg, inside rein, inside leg. Good. So you want her to move around. It's hard in here because I have limited space, but you want her to move around like a snake. Like a snake. All over the arena. Good girl. All right, I think she's good on that. I listened to a podcast from Clinton just recently, and he said, I'm going to stop her here in the middle, let her catch some air. Always make sure that she's soft laterally, even after you stop her, and we'll give to that bit vertically. But anyway, I watched a podcast, or listened to a podcast recently of Clinton's that with horses, when you're training a horse, what do you prioritize on what you train? And he gave an example of a house fire. So say there's a fire in every bedroom. In every room of the house there's a little fire. What do? You put out the biggest fire first. So let's say she had trouble doing the serpentines and giving to the bit and staying in the trot. Well, you can't work on her giving to the bit and staying at the trot at the same time. You can only work on one thing at a time. So you put out the biggest fire first. So I would say the biggest fire first would be for her to stay in the trot. Or to give to the bit. Whatever your horse needs. If the horse is really pushy, I would work on him giving to the bit more. That's really important. See, just the lightest amount of pressure as she does, she gives to that. And then work on, the smaller fires one at a time. But anyway, the point of the story is that you just work on one thing at a time. You can't work on too many things at once with your horse. Your horse is actually only capable of thinking about one thing at a time. So just like the cruising lesson is a good example. You're not steering them. You let them go wherever they want. Their responsibility is to stay in the gate you put them in until you tell them to do something else. Just like the one-rein stops, you're not steering them. You're worried about getting a gas pedal and a brake. So a one-rein stop is just you walk them forward, sit down and relax, flex them each way, walk them forward. You do this at the walk, trot, and canter. And this is like one of the first exercises I'll do with Leo and Oakley. When I start riding them, make sure that they really know how to stop. Because, what's scarier than a horse that won't stop? Not much. I've had my last horse, Cody, bolt on me many, many times, and I didn't know a thing about the method at that point. And I wish I would have. But I didn't know anything about Clint Anderson or the method or what going on with that. If I did, he would have been a better horse. But he's bolted on me so many times, and it's nothing scarier than a horse that takes off and you can't stop him with all your might, pulling back on the reins, he just flies right through it, It wouldn't matter if I had a big bit. It wouldn't matter if I had a rope halter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you use. What matters is getting your horse's 5 body parts soft and supple so that they'll listen to you when you sit down, They'll listen to you when you do the one-rein stop. So if your horse is bolting off and you go to bend them around, and you can put your leg back and disengage that hindquarters. Now they can't bolt, buck, or rear, and then you have time to safely get off and reassess the situation. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. So I'm not sure what I want to work on before the actual lead change. I was actually thinking of working on the shoulder in, shoulder out, but at the trot and possibly the canter, depending how she does at the trot. So we'll start at the walk, shoulder in. She gets confused. She thinks I want her to spin, but really I'm asking her, yeah, that's right, good girl. And we go all the way to the other end of the arena. Let her out. Let her out means I just put her on a loose rein and let her relax and walk a little bit. Pick her up, go the other way. Let her lead with her shoulder. There. Good girl. That barely took any pressure from me, so I'm going to try the trot. It's a little uneven right there because I've been digging sand out. We'll go this way first. Clucking to keep that forward momentum. Good girl, that was pretty. Good girl. Good girl. Go the other way. I think we have to go this way to go the other way. Yeah. Well, she's pretty good at that. Let's try her this way. Need more shoulder movement. There we go. Let her out of it. That wasn't as good. So we'll just go back and play around with it. Just keep her at a trot. Try again. Tip her nose to the outside. Broke to a canter. That's all right. Sit down and relax. Bring her back down to a trot. She's just a little confused on this side, but that's okay. She just showed us what we can work on today. Tip her nose. Oh, that was nice. She went so sideways. I thought I was gonna slip off the saddle. Good girl. Let her walk. Let her walk. Good job, honey. I haven't tried it too much at the canter. I think she needs to walk it out and get some air back. Good girl. One hard thing that I've had trouble with when riding is keeping your hands below the horn. You don't want to ride, with your hands up here. You want your hands up here on her neck. It's like a working position. Clinton calls it a working position. Oh. Just let her air up a little. That was hard work. Not sure I want to try it at the canter. Not sure. Even just fiddling with the reins, she feels that, She can feel a fly land on her skin, so she can feel just the slightest pressure on the reins and give to that if she's taught the right way. Good girl. Yeah, you're so shiny and beautiful and healthy, and I take a lot of pride in taking care of my horse. A lot of pride. I mean, I feed her the best stuff. You know how there's like a Whole Foods for people? Well, I feed her Tribute Wholesome Blends balancer. There's no wheat middlings, there's no soy, there's a little bit of molasses, but most of it is forage based. There's carrots, peas, sweet potatoes mixed in with it. You could actually see the vegetables in there, just dehydrated vegetables. Awesome feed. Yes. All right, she caught her air back. Now I say we should try it at the canter. Instead of just letting her not take the correct canter lead, though, to the right, I'm going to set her up to take the correct canter lead to the right, but this is to the left, so we'll work on this first. All right, next time around, I think I will ask for the shoulder in, shoulder out. There it is. Good girl. Good girl. She's speedy sometimes. Good girl. That was hard work. Good girl. Very good. I'm not sure what that looks like on camera. Her head might be high in the air. Like I said, you got to work on one thing at a time. And that was just trying to get her to work on keeping the correct path at the canter. I'll worry about the head later. All right. So now that we're going to go to the right, I want to make sure she's in the correct lead. So what I'm going to do is get her up here, push her hindquarters around, to the right. Whatever way a horse's hindquarters go, that's what way they'll pick up a lead. All right. Woo! Make sure she's in the correct lead. Doesn't really feel like it. Oh, but she is. Good girl. Jack's a little squirrely when she picks this lead, so I'm just gonna let her relax and get comfortable with it. She wants to cut the corners of the arena. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. There. There. Good girl. We did a little shoulder and shoulder out there at the canter. Good girl. Let her on a loose rein. I'm going to have her do that again. Just because she's so wound up, you know? But if I let her catch her air, she's just going to get more wound up. So I'm going to yield her hindquarters to the right. And when you let her go, you kind of want to tip her nose to the right as well. That's what puts her in the correct position. She trotted. So start again. There. Now she's in the correct lead. Try to keep her in camera here. And we're gonna go shoulder in, shoulder out. Well, that didn't work. Make sure she's in the correct lead again. She did break down to a trot. Yep, she's in the correct lead. All right, gotta get her to stop cutting corners and ride her. Ride her where you want to go. Ride her where you want to go. Ride her where you want to go. Good. Whoa. Woo, she's got some energy today. Good girl. Good girl. I think she understood the concept of that. No need to drill on it. Well, usually the last thing I do is guiding exercise. I'm just going to let her catch her breath. And we're going to do some neck reining. That's actually at the end of the advanced series. But I feel like she's good enough and soft enough in all 5 body parts that she could do it. And it's very simple. I'll show you guys once we get going. I just want her to catch her breath. Girl. I didn't lose my microphone. Woohoo! Not really quite sure what to say while she's getting her air back. Don't want this to be boring for you guys, just watching a horse stand still, breathing. But I guess I'll tell you about what I have to do today. So, first thing I did today was feed the beautiful champion girl here, pick up all her manure, made sure everything was good, gave her water, everything's good. When picked up my client, she's actually in the chair out of frame right now. She's watching. She loves to watch me train. Came back here, paid rent. Me and my client brushed her together. Then I saddled her up and made this video. And then after this, I'm going over to Allison's to train Leo and Oakley. And then after that, I'm going to go to Trader Joe's and get me some cheap groceries. I don't know if you guys know what Trader Joe's is, but it's an Aldi company. Where I come from in Michigan, there's Aldi's. And it's like super nice groceries, but for a lot cheaper. And they have a bunch of other companies like Trader Joe's. There's also a Trader James, the sister company. So I'm gonna go there and get some groceries, then I'll come. Then by then I think it'll be time to take her home. And I'll come back home and feed her dinner. And I'll make some kind of dinner. Me or my boyfriend Max will make some dinner. But I'm planning on making some banana bread if I have time. I hope I have time. And I think that storytelling, she got her ear back, so make sure she's soft. Still listening. Yeah. Good girl. So to do the guiding exercise, see how she neck reins pretty good with just, my leg in the rein. You can do this at the walk, which I tend to do because I'm just kind of cooling her off, but I'm going to do it at the trot today. I heard that the trot is a good learning gait, so they learn. She's not going with my squeeze, so I clucked, so they learn at the trot. So I'm going to start going to the right. I'm not steering her right now, she's just going wherever she wants. She's kind of high-headed and fast, trying to sit the trot. Wow, I guess she needed more cantering. Anyway, lay the rein. She's not listening. Take the nose. Trot. Lay the rein. She's not listening. Take the nose. I'm gonna actually put her in a vertical, so she'll slow the hell down and ride her two-handed. So now, I'm gonna lay the rein. There, she went that way, so I didn't have to take her nose. You can't just go wherever you want. Now she's getting hard-headed again, so I'm just going to slow her down with the vertical. Lay the rein. Good, I didn't have to take her nose. See how high-headed she's being today. Lay the rein. Take the nose. Lay the rein. Good, I didn't have to take the nose. And I'm not using my legs in this exercise. Good, I like that trot. Hell yeah! I'm just using the rein. Lay the rein. Good, I didn't have to take her nose. Lay the rein. Good girl. I didn't have to take her nose. Alright. That's pretty good for that side. Let's try the left direction. Get her to trot. She cantered. She's full of oats today, guys. Lay the rein. Take the nose. Lay the rein. Kind of messed that one up. Want your hands wide so that there's enough rein to drag it across her neck, but have enough control that she doesn't speed up like that. Lay the rein. Take the nose. Get her trotting. Lay the rein. Take the nose. Lay the rein. Good, I didn't have to take her nose. See how she bent her nose to that direction on her own? That's great. Lay the rein. Good. I can stop her there. Back her up. Good girl. She's not so keen to trot so fast when she's out of air. Now she's just kind of wandering around. I'm not steering her. But if I put my, well, she stopped. That's cool. If I put my leg on her, that'll make her go that way. We haven't done any bridleless riding yet. Put my right leg on her, she goes to the left. Put my left leg on her, she goes to the right. But I think she'll do really good at it. Oh, stop her, back her up. Nope. I want her to back up until I say the word. Whoa. 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 Anyway, you guys, pretty much done here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. Oh, what a nice girl. She offered me a flex without me flexing her. So please like and subscribe. And as always, I have the link down in my description box below for my GoFundMe page so that I can get my butt to school. So I can go to the Clinton Anderson Academy and teach 2 horses that don't know the method. It's a lot of money, especially the tuition. So any amount of money that you want to donate to me will help. Making a lot of moves to make that money myself. But even just a $1 donation would help. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a beautiful day.